The first thing I'll mention is, to be quite frank, to be cast internationally and to be seen by casting directors, an agent is your best way to go. And the reason for that is agents don't really have the time to seek out and send individuals their castings. That's why they go to the talent agencies, because these agencies have already sifted through the talent out there and are representing who they think are the top talent on their rosters. So by joining an agency, I do think you'll have a better chance of being seen by casting directors. And don't be afraid of them either. I think a lot of people, when they hear agency, they kind of think maybe it's a money grab or something, but a lot of agencies, well, most agencies, there are no upfront fees. They just take a small percentage of any bookings that you do get. So don't be afraid to get out there. However, I know you don't have an agent and you want to help yourself be self-represented. So I do have lots of tips, but I'm just saying, if you do want to be cast internationally, an agent would be your best way to go. And also you would look for agents in different cities. So you'd want to get an agent in New York, an agent in LA, and an agent in Toronto, because not all agents will represent all different parts of the globe. Okay, so to help yourself be seen on your own, the first thing I would say is networking. That is the number one thing you can do. And don't be afraid of getting to know your smaller region. Get out there to meet other creatives, other writers, other directors. These people, once you've made those contacts, word of mouth is everything in our industry. In Calgary, all the sets I go on, I'll see so much overlap with the camera people, with makeup and wardrobe, with the producers and directors. So the more people you know in the smaller regions, the better chances you have of reaching the larger regions. Because again, you never know who's going to go work elsewhere. It's all positive word of mouth if you've had a good experience on their project with them. So don't be afraid of getting to reach out to your local region, because that will have a huge payoff as well. The next thing you can look for, a lot of casting directors will post on Facebook and TikTok. So what you'll want to do is you want to make sure, if you're on these platforms, that your profile is set up and you look professional, but you also want to have a little bit of personality. So if a casting director does post to Facebook, they might look at your social media if you reach out to them. So you want to make sure, you show who you are, whether it's just showing a few of your hobbies, what you like to do. So you want to have a lot of work content, but also a little bit of personal. But the big no-no is, do not reach out to them in their DMs. A lot of casting directors will just be flooded with DMs, and that's actually a good way to hurt your chances. So only engage with them if it's related to a work post, but absolutely follow them. You can like their feed, because you want to see what they're up to. And they will most likely do a lot of their postings for castings on their social media. So Facebook and TikTok are the number one. Another thing you can do is add a demo reel or a website to your profile. That way the casting directors can see your range. So for instance, if you've got a demo reel that shows you've worked on countless projects, which I can hear you already have, put those up there. Make sure you cut together. It could be just a simple demo reel, but if they can see what you've done in the past, that will also help your chances. And also along with your self-tapes. I'm sure you know that when you're auditioning, a lot of auditions will say, please include a demo reel or a self-tape if available. That is a huge way to increase your chances of getting cast, because again, casting directors will see your range and the work you've already done. The next thing you can do is, I've got notes here, hashtags. It's as simple as that. If you start searching up different hashtags, look up hashtag casting call, hashtag open casting call. This can be again on Facebook or Instagram, TikTok, hashtag casting calls in New York City if you want to get specific, hashtag casting calls in LA. You'd be surprised what pops up. So again, use those hashtags to your advantage. Find out what's out there. They'll pop up. Again, you can self-submit. Huge advantage there. The next thing you can do, if there's certain shows that you'd like to work on, surprisingly, IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, that is a huge resource. A lot of casting directors will be listed on IMDb. So if there's a certain project or region that you want to go work in, find out who those casting directors are from IMDb. Write them down. Again, follow them on social media. Engage with them if it's a work-related posting. That's a huge way to find out what projects you want to work on and who you want to be in touch with. Casting directors will also hold workshops from time to time. So again, by following them on social media, you'll be able to find out when they're holding these workshops, and hopefully get to meet them face to face. It's a great way to make those contacts, meet other actors, meet other producers. Again, FaceTime with these people and getting that network in real life and online is huge. So yeah, get out there as much as you can. Networking, networking, networking. I can't stress how important that is. That's probably my number one takeaway from this answer. Next thing, if you want to be seen on the larger sets, background work is also a great idea. I know for a lot of aspiring actors, you don't want to do background, but it's a great way to be seen by some of the bigger shows. Meet some of the bigger producers, some of the bigger directors, get on the bigger sets. Again, that's just another way to network, meet other actors. You can ask them, what have they been working on? How are they getting seen by other people and casting directors? So background work is also a good way. And there's also a lot of background work posted in the newspaper. So in addition to online platforms, check the newspapers there. You'll see a lot of background work posted there as well. So again, I would just say, get your profiles ready, get your self-tapes up to par, include a demo reel or a website if you have one. Get out there and network with as many people as possible. And don't discount your smaller region. I'm telling you, get to know those people that you work with regionally, and you never know who that they might pass on your name to someone else internationally.